Hi everybody, John with J Hunto's Garage wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Reason for this video is to bring some awareness to holiday festivities, which may include the consumption of adult beverages. In that case, I would strongly caution you before you have any, before you get behind the wheel and decide to drive. The life you save may not only be your own. Short story, but true. I was hired a few years ago to go and open up a branch of a company in another state, and my job was to get the office established, set up, and I had a couple of people there to work with. So my introduction to them was with the president and this one individual who says, "Hi, my name is so-and-so," and he turns to the president and says, "I got a DUI and I need a company truck." To me, those two things don't really go together. Turns out, this guy had had a few drinks, drove home, and was hit by a guy on a motorcycle. So they called the police, and the police came. The police had both parties blow, and this guy refused to blow. So in that state, you lose your license automatically if you refuse. That's a good idea, I think. So he ended up having to hire an attorney. The attorney got it reduced down to careless driving or reckless driving, something like that. And he got mandatory alcohol counseling, which he had to pay for. So I had to let this guy off every day to go do his counseling. He ended up getting a provisional driver's license to drive during work hours only, to and from work and for work. And all of that ended up costing him over $10,000. So before you have some this weekend, you might want to think about that, and is it really worth it? In my case, I will not have any and get behind the wheel. It was just a mess all the way around, and it all goes back to just having a couple drinks and then driving home. So this holiday season, think twice about that. Maybe remember the story I'm telling you and think if you really want to get into that, because once you get into the system, it's very difficult to get out, and it's very difficult to go through it. In the last video, I told you that I would go over what it's like helping somebody through a pelvis injury. So if you don't know, my wife was involved in a very serious accident probably 7-8 weeks ago. And since then, she has been through a very, not necessarily long recovery, but boy, painful and debilitating recovery, to where we live in a 2-story house and she could not get up the stairs for like 4 weeks. Imagine not being able to sleep in your own bed for 4 weeks or in any bed for 4 weeks. You are relegated to recliners, couches, and that's it. And the highlight of your day is taking your pain pills and getting to the bathroom and back, and at some point being able to take a shower. Sorry to be such a downer about this during the holiday season, but if you are going to drink alcohol, do not even think about getting behind the wheel. Her accident was caused by somebody that was driving under the influence at 5:15 in the afternoon. So please, people, for the holiday season, please keep that in mind. The life you save may not be your own, but it may be somebody else's. So don't get behind the wheel if you've had any. Think about that this holiday season. Look for more from J Hunto's Garage, including some different playlists that will be definitely different from what I'm doing from what you normally see. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, what's the other one? Festivus!